Today I want to go over how to make a crocheted ball. This is going to be made from worsted weight yarn, and I'm using a size H hook, also 5mm depending on which measurement system you go by. So this particular ball is 2 inches in diameter. I do have two other sizes that I make as well. There's a medium size, which is 2.5 inches in diameter, and then the large is 3 inches in diameter. But today we're just going to go over the size small. So set that aside. To start this project, you're going to need to make a magic circle. If you don't know how to do that, I do have another video on my channel that describes that. So here's my magic circle. I'm going to chain up 1, and then I'm going to put 6 single crochets into this circle. Okay, so there is round 1. We have 6 single crochets. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to the first single crochet. I usually count backwards from my hook to find that first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in here. I'm going to slip stitch, chain up 1, and then for the next row, I'm going to be carrying this tail with me just so that it keeps the beginning nice and tight, so that it doesn't try and open back up. And then for the actual stitches in this row, I'm putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. So there's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. So that is round 2. We're going to go ahead and slip stitch to the first stitch in that round. Still carrying that tail with us, seeing as it's long enough yet. Chain up 1, and for round 3 we're doing a single crochet and then doing 2 single crochets in the next, all the way around. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14 and 15, 16, 17 and 18. So that's the end of round 3. Slip stitch, chain up 1. Now we're going to work on round 4. Round 4 is done doing a single crochet, another single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the next. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. So now that we're done with round 4, you can see we've got basically just this little flat disc, but that's as wide as we're actually going to be building it. From the next few rows we will be getting our height, so we'll pull this for comparison. So if you look at it from this direction, it looks about the same. Now we're going to build it that way. So round 5, actually it's round 5 through 9, you'll be putting 1 single crochet in each. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. slip stitch and chain up 1. That is the end of round 5. Now we're going to do round 6. Again, it's just 1 single crochet in each. Okay, now slip stitch, chain up 1. That is the end of round 6. Now we're going to do round 7. Again, 1 single crochet in each. Okay, slip stitch there. That is the end of round 7. Now we're on round 8. Same thing, 1 single crochet in each. Slip stitch, chain up 1. That's the end of round 8. Now this is going to be our last round of working vertically. So round 9, we're still doing 1 single crochet in each, but I promise it's the last round like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So then we get to slip stitch and chain up 1. So that's the end of round 9. Now that we're done with round 9, we're going to go ahead and start bringing it back closed again. So we're going to do some decreases this next round. So for this round, we're going to be doing 1, 2, and then decreasing for that 3rd stitch, and then repeating all the way around. So 1, 2, decrease for 3, 4, 5, decrease for 6, 7, 8, decrease for 9, 10, 11, decrease for 12, 13, 14, decrease for 15, 16, 17, decrease for 18, slip stitch, chain up 1, And then I like to put just one single crochet to get the next row started, but we're not going to finish this row quite yet because we are now at the point where we're going to want to put the stuffing in. For this project, I use the polyfil stuffing. It works pretty well, and these projects end up being able to be washed, and I haven't had any issues. I have toddlers and pets, and so they definitely get their fair share of dirt on them, and I do end up washing them quite frequently. Everything sticks together pretty well. So now when you're stuffing this, you want to kind of gauge it by how it feels. I like to stuff it so that it's fairly firm, not falling out of the top, but I can see it poking out a little bit because we still have 2 rows to do here. And then what I like to do is, while kind of keeping the stuffing in, kind of give it a squish, see if it's soft enough for it to be like an enjoyable squishy toy, but hard enough that it's actually still filling the project. If you have it where you push on it and it doesn't spring back out, it's probably not going to hold its shape very well. It's not got enough stuffing in it. So now that we've got the stuffing in, let's put our hook back in here. Tighten that down. So for this round, this is going to be round 11, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet and then a decrease, another single crochet and a decrease, and going on like that all the way around. So 1, decrease for 2, 3, decrease for 4, 5, decrease for 6, 7, decrease for 8, 9, decrease for 10, 11, decrease for 12. Then we go ahead and slip stitch, chain up 1, so that's the end of round 12, I believe. If you ever lose track of your rounds, go ahead and look right here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So apparently that is round 11. We're starting round 12. This is also going to be our last round. So what we do here is we're doing decreases all the way around. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is our first stitch here. We're going to go ahead and slip stitch, and then we're going to finish this off. So I like to pull the string through once after that, and then go ahead and trim it. Leave a little bit of a tail here, probably about, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches is enough, because we're going to use that to cinch up the top. It's pretty much done other than just closing this up the rest of the way. I like to use a yarn needle for that. I've seen some needles that have more pointed ends. This one has a more dull end. I prefer this because I can actually work around the stitches more rather than just working into them and tearing up the fibers of them. So we've got 6 stitches to cinch up. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tighten that down. Looks pretty good. And then I'm going to weave this in just a little bit to be able to tie a knot. Okay, once the knot is tied there, you can actually just go ahead and poke that in. Poke it through to the other side. We're done with the needle now. And then what I like to do is pull it and squish the ball down a little bit so that when I cut it and that comes back up, the tail gets hidden inside. So there we have our crocheted ball. This is, again, the smallest size. This particular project is really nice for kids or cats. Cats love to bat these things around. Kids, however, seem to enjoy throwing them more than batting them. But I have had a few moms who have said that their kids really enjoy using them for the Montessori play, where they'll take it and like squish it into little boxes that have holes in them. Anyways, it's just a really fun project. It's also one of my favorites to gift to anyone having a second, third, or more child on the way, because this can be a great gift for the older siblings to have something quiet, something that can be thrown around, not too much danger involved. So anyways, have fun creating this project on your own. If you run into any questions, feel free to comment. You can also comment with other projects that you'd like to see me attempt in the future.